Welcome to my Season 4 reactions of Race to the Edge by Dreamworks Animation. I am Toothless Fan 2010, and I will be your guide and synopsis of 13 episodes leading up to Season number 5. Hopefully, Season 5 and 6 make it an insurmountable achievement. So, let's get started. After that cliffhanger, Hiccup convinces Mala that the dragon hunters are the real enemy, and both of them were tricked, like I said before in Season 3. But they have a mission to rescue the Eruptodon, which is gonna destroy the Dragon's Edge, because that volcano is a dormant one. But it was a classic Masons and Talents move, but Hiccup saved the Eruptodon, and all is well that ends well. Like Vigo said in Season 3, Episode 5. I truly admire Vigo's words. This episode opens up with Rough Nut and Tough Nut and Chicken in the morning with a surprise. Their cousin Gruff Nut is coming. But here's a whole who is the real Tough Nut scenario. I know it seems cliche, but in the end it's gotta be Tough Nut. Because he was wearing Gruff Nut's clothing. And turns out Gruff Nut is, doing the usual. Turns out Vigo has placed a bounty on Hiccup. Even during the 400th anniversary of Burke, he doesn't want to tell his dad, but he told his friends, and he got captured by a bounty hunter. But then Riker saved him, I guess, but he wanted to defeat him. But then the bounty hunter came back, and then he fell down. Well, not really to his death, but great episode. Props to you, Dreamworks. What do you call it's not loud without the S? Not loud. Because he was making him a fool of himself. Making the Dragon Riders not trust him. But he realizes the dragon roots flowers were on the edge, but not outside the edge. Which really confuses the riders for some reason. Well, Dagger is back. Yay! With a great reunion with Heather. I got teary-eyed with that. Meanwhile, Snotlow is doing trials, walking on lava, fighting eels, and trying to shoot at Mala, but Mala's got quick reflexes. Not as quick as Astrid's, but props to you, Mala. Props to you. Vigo has more plans. This time is to chain the Submaripper. But the only way to free the Submaripper is with Changewing Acid, because it is effective against dragon-proof chains. Hiccup uses a diving bell, and after he frees the Submaripper, not so fast, my friend, but we get an emotional bonding moment between Hiccup and Toothless. And spoilers, Hiccup survives. We all know what's gonna happen. And Vigo is once again defeated. And the trading routes of Burke are back in business. It's the midnight sun at Burke, but it is at its 8th day, and everybody was going crazy with different emotions side to side. Astrid was all like, Yay! Have a smile on your face. And Hiccup's like, I'm not thinking properly. And there's a U2 bomber-like dragon. But Toothless outsmarts the dragon. And the darkness is the only way to sleep. And Hiccup joins the sleeping party along with Astrid. Another chance for Hiccup and the riders to get Burke's gold back. But Hiccup and his friends are captured. Well, Fishlegs and Heather were like, ooh, like canoodling together or something like that. But Dagger was really emotional for that. And that was really beautiful. Especially when Dagger and Heather left. And we get a side cheek kiss between Heather. Ooh. And Burke's goal was back. Turns out, the defenders of the wing need help, since their Raptidon egg is not hatching, and only the lava could let it hatch. Meanwhile, the twins were working on their new language, Boer Latin. Sorry. And while Hiccup and Fishlegs were thinking the same thing, they just talk constantly. And we have a sweet Astrid moment, like soft saying Hiccup's name. And Astrid survived again. And the egg was saved by the agents. Just when you think you couldn't get enough of Tough Nut and Rough Nut, they have their own twin tuition. But Tough Nut faces a problem, and he broke his mace. We call him Macy. Cute name, but he needs a new mace. Meanwhile, the twins were disguising themselves as hunters for Vigo's auction. And he announces a Project Shellfire. What is Shellfire anyway? But the twins are safe, and they use their own knowledge of surprise, thanks to the trickster god Loki. This was the Hiccstrid episode that everybody, and I mean everybody, was waiting for. Astrid suffers an injury that left her temporarily blind, and Hiccup tries to let Astrid cope with the pain that she is suffering, because Hiccup and Astrid have been through everything. And I gotta say, it's really touching. Well, Astrid uses her hearing instincts to train the triple strike, and she did it. And Astrid got her sight back. And you know the rest of the story. Hiccup and Astrid confess their love for each other. How sweet. Hiccup was still making plans on how to defeat Vigo and his Dragon Hunter army. And he also struggles with the fact that Hiccup and Astrid are really working on how to unveil their secret to everybody. And they wanted the time to be right. With this running gag going from side to side, and it's not less like, take it easy, Hiccstrid. First time Hiccstrid has been said, not gonna lie. And what a twist. Vigo decided to help Hiccup defeat his brother Riker, who is controlling the Shellfire to take over every single island, including the Edge and Burke. Oh, this is gonna be huge. Hiccup and his friends were like, I don't really trust Vigo at all. And Hiccup comes with his own plans to defeat Riker and the Shellfire, because the Shellfire is a dragon and a boat. But Vigo has other ideas up his sleeve to manipulate Hiccup, like they were unexperienced kids. But Astrid jumps by about their situation just when you think the Shellfire is about to fire their breath. Guess what? The Summer Ripper is the natural enemy of the Shellfire, which is really nice. Meanwhile, another situation, the baby Eruptodon tries to eat the lava, so the volcano at the edge would not erupt. But another surprise from Vigo, trying to spoil another Hiccstrid moment. He held Astrid hostage, but he chose Astrid over the Dragonite, and Vigo was down for the count. And Hiccup and Astrid finally reveal their secret to everyone. This changes everything. And just when you think they're about to leave and everything's all fine, the volcano erupts. And I could not wait for what's going to happen in Season 5 this summer. And it got me psyched up. And we all know that the Edge was going to be gone for good. And it wasn't going to be in the second How to Train Your Dragon movie. Well, this season left us with a cliffhanger again, but who knows what would happen in Season 5? Stoic finding out Hiccup and Astrid's relationship, Inferno's creation, his flying suit, helmet, all that kind of stuff. You'll never know what's going to happen. But hopefully Season 5 will be the best season ever. And the How to Train Your Dragon franchise will be fully complete by the end of the decade. But this is it. So I'm Toothless Fan 2010, and I admire How to Train Your Dragon and all of the animated films of the 2010s. But until then, peace, YouTube.